Hi, my name is Joe Lukas. I'm going to talk to you about schedule compression techniques. Basically, what I'm going to cover here real quickly is ways to shorten your project schedule without changing the scope of the project. That's really the thrust of this one. And again, I want to point out that when you do this, typically you will impact the cost. You will add more cost to your project. So be aware of that. The techniques that are commonly used, there's really two of them I'm going to cover today. The first one is crashing and the second one is fast tracking. So let's jump in and take a look at both. Crashing, what it does, it reduces the duration of your scheduled task by throwing more resources at it. That's what it's all about. More people, more equipment. And here's an example shown here. We have 4 tasks being shown. And without crashing, here's the completion date. And with crashing, what we're doing is crashing A. You see a shorter duration for that. And we're also crashing C, a shorter duration there. We didn't touch B or D, but what we did is we're finishing sooner by crashing. So, okay, how do you do this? Well, here are the techniques for crashing. The way you would crash is to, number one, change the resource calendar. Maybe your folks are working 8 hours a day and you go to a 10-hour day or a 12-hour day, or maybe more days per week, you go to working Saturdays. Now, I'll give you a caution on that one. There have been studies done, and productivity will drop off if you continually work 60-hour weeks. Again, the productivity will drop. So the recommendation is if you're going to crash specific tasks maybe for a week or two and then get back to your normal hours. Another way to crash is to add resources to the task. Instead of one person working on it, you get 2 or 3 people. That'll get it done quicker. Now again, the efficiency is going to drop off a bit because that one person, probably pretty efficient, with 2 or 3, you got the coordination among the people, so it will probably cost you more overall. Not acceptable is just shortening the duration. You can't do that because, again, based on what? There's got to be a plan, and you got to make sure the work package owner agrees with it, that yes, this is something we can do and it will help make it get done quicker. Also, the other comment, I'm going to put a note here about documenting what you're doing. When you do scheduling, there is a notes field, and I highly recommend you use that field to document. We changed the plan, we added 3 resources to get this task done quicker. That way you have a history of the things you did to get the job done quicker, and again, it will come in handy. All right, fast tracking. This is the other technique that can be used, and what it does, you put tasks in parallel that you normally do in sequence. Now I'm showing you an example here. Normally you do A first, then B, then C, and D. That's the most efficient way to do it. But again, because of schedule problems, you're going to do B and C in parallel. Now the caution here is, number one, it can increase project risk because, again, coordination issues, and maybe there's some stuff that they need to share, and maybe the sharing won't happen as well as it should. And it can result in rework. Again, if things don't get done correctly, because that's why you were doing it sequentially originally. So there are some risks and potential rework issues that can occur when you do things in parallel. Now, the other caution with this technique, be careful, because again, what I've seen happen is a lot of times you'll have hangers in your schedule. What that means is you have a break in the network logic. The reason that happens, you got 3 tasks, A, B, and C. You decide that once you start A, I'm going to start B to put them in parallel, get it done quicker, and then you forget to put a successor for A. You have a hanger, a break in the network logic. So be careful about that one. Again, check your schedule, make sure that all of your tasks have a predecessor and a successor. All right, this little discussion around how to get your schedule done quicker was brought to you by PM Centers, a training consulting company in project management and business analysis, and Consult USA, a staffing company that's our sister company. Thank you all.